And today I want to talk about my first, the first horror movie that I featured in, and the first premiere, the first red carpet. Initially, I wanted to talk about the first red carpet that I ever attended. That I, the first, my first red carpet movie, not my movie, but the movie I featured in, and it ended up being on the big screen. Yeah, it was the first movie that I ever featured in, and it ended up on the big screen. I had a very small part in it. I will play the trailer right now. All these lies. I'll play the trailer right now.
We now know the legend of the full moon disastrous effect on a human being.
Ngafintu nachitandapo pambulungabo tambulunge mweshesho seshina kushafu.
Iwe temwana uja chinkula.
According to you people, you mean to say there's someone predicted to cause havoc in the next 4 days all because of the full moon?
How can you bring a lunatic into the house to come and do bizarre things?
Don't move.
Okay, did you enjoy the trailer? Yeah, that was the trailer for The Lunar Effect, and that was the movie that...
A few moments later.
Okay, so The Lunar Effect was a horror movie. I think it should be the first biggest Zambian horror movie, at least according to me. It was the biggest, at least according to me, it was the biggest horror movie I ever featured in, and that was like 6 years ago, 7 years ago. I can't remember. Yeah, so yeah, The Lunar Effect is about this boy that is at kutemwa emiti via kunganga, then they are given some medicine, she conceives, and then the boy starts misbehave. Whenever the moon is at every full moon, the boy goes bizarre. So first, let's talk about the trailer. Did you guys spot me? Did you recognize me? Can you pinpoint where I showed up? Did you even know it was me? Oh my god, that was a long time ago. Anyways, so that movie ended up hitting the cinemas. First, it was premiered in Kitwell Little Theater. I'll insert some photos, whichever photos I can find, I'll insert them. So it was a really big hit, and then it also premiered at Fairview, the cinema in Ndola, which has closed as of now. I don't know why. So sad. But yeah, and I was really proud, and I was really happy that finally my face, even if it's just for a little while, it's going to be on the big screen. Yeah, and so now let's talk about the premiere itself. My first premiere. Guys, you do not know the pressure that comes with a premiere. I wonder how these big artists have money, right? The bigger the artist, the bigger the pay, and the bigger the pressure. But you know what I did? That black dress that you see on that premiere, I still have it, and it's still intact, very intact. I still wear it, though I've gained very much, but it stretches, so I still wear it. What I did, right? The most expensive thing that I wore on that day on the premiere would be maybe the shoes. Yeah, those shoes were how much? I think 300 or 350. Yeah, I know it might be nothing. It might be nothing to you, but for me, because at that time I wasn't even working, right? I just had stopped working. Yeah, that was after I stopped working. So I wasn't working and I had to purchase things for the premiere. And so those shoes I should have been, I think, 300 or 350. And then what I did with the dress, so I went into shops, right? Yeah, the boutiques and the yeah, places where they sell like red carpet dresses. And then those dresses were like 1,500, 5,000. I was like, I am not going to stress myself over that. You know what I did? I got myself and went to Chisokone Market, and I started rounding Chisokone Market. So, after I almost gave, no, I wasn't going to give up, but after a long time, I came across this man that had dresses. And I had an idea of going for pre-owned dresses and renting, like for rented dresses. But again, I did not want to renting a dress. I don't know. I just didn't want to. So I found this man that had new dresses, but they were still like, those dresses that are not pre-owned, but they are like affordable. I don't, what do you call them? I don't know. So this man had these dresses and they were hanged like that. And they were like 150 kwacha. And then I went there. I was like, how much are these dresses? It was like 150. In my head, I was like, yes, finally. I started trying on the dresses. Started trying on them. In my heart, I was just thinking about what people would think of me. Like, I was just imagining that everybody's going to know that I'm wearing a cheap dress. I got it either way. I wore it, I tried it on, and then I was like, this is the one. This is the one. And I imagined myself in a like pretty black dress, and we all had to wear black dresses. Was it themed? Was it color themed? I can't remember. But most of us were wearing black dresses, and I got it. And oh my god! And the hair, for the premiere, you gotta do your hair like do your hair. So I had this hair that my sister dashed me. My sister bought this hair. It was like original hair. She plaited it once and she wanted to plait it again. So I just had it in my house. So what I did was I just got that hair, called my neighbor. I had a neighbor that did hair, and she did my hair for like she did my hair for like 50 kwacha. Yeah, I think it was 50 kwacha. So she did my hair and I did the rest myself. She only did like cornrows, and she like attached the hair. But styling, I did all that myself. I just put bending rollers. And afterwards I removed the bending rollers and I just combed it out, and it was perfect. And people were thinking I like went to this salon to do my hair, like I bought this dress in a boutique or something, and these shoes. No, I think I might have been the cheapest of all the cast members at that premiere. But I love how it turned out. I love how I looked. I loved my look. Yep. And that was about my first ever premiere and my first ever horror movie, which landed me on the big screen. So thank you so much for listening. I hope this was entertaining for you. I don't know. I just thought I'd share about my experience with my first premiere and my first red carpet. Thank you for watching. Bye guys. I'll see you in the next video.